Welcome to my weekly Fabricate Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Suzanne, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today's video is all about paper crafting. I'm here to share how easy it is to make a 3D project. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial, and I would love to see you shop with me. Hey everybody, it's me, and today I have a card holder box. If you've been with me for a while or watching my videos, you'll know that the very first 3D project that I share with folks in January is a card holder box. So this year is going to be no different. It opens really nice and wide so you can select the card that you're looking for. I have 4 cards in here and normal size. They have even envelopes with them. And closes like that. There's lots of paper. Guess what? This catalog is new and it is live. So I'm going to share with you just a little sneak peek from it, and I'll show you where. There it is. It's called a Peaceful Poppy Suite. The catalog is a little bit different in the fact that it opens like this. We were able to get a little bit more inspiration. Look at all of these great pictures. Anywho, this is the new catalog. This is my share using the paper from the new catalog. And I even made one in December that I just didn't show. I didn't have enough time to edit everything. And I will put the instructions, how to make this one, on my blog, because it's just a smaller version to it. This is going to be the biggest piece of paper, and this is the base of our little pouch. So in this example, I used Old Olive. In this example, I used Pool Party. We need a piece of cardstock that is 11 by 7. And on the long side, so the 11-inch side, we're gonna score at 4.5, and then at 5, then at 9 5/8. That is the little mark right after the 1/2 inch mark. Then 9 3/4, and then 9 7/8. I have 2 pieces of 5 by 3, and on the long side, and I'm just going to put them together. On the long side, we're going to score at every 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, whoopsies, and 4.5. The smarter way to have done this is to have a piece of paper that is 5 by 6, score it first, and then just cut it. I do everything backwards. But now I do have a corner rounder here, and I will be rounding the corners of this, and I always forget. Every time I make this build, it seems like I forget to round the corner. So I'm going to do it right off the bat. It's easy to forget. Just with my bone folder, I'm going to I'm going to fold and burnish with my bone folder. And these 3 guys here, they're a little harder. So it's like you kind of have to bend it into place. There we go. And one last one. There it is. And that's going to give a little bit of a roundness there. So hopefully you can see that. Okay, so that's the folder done. Fold your accordion one way, then the other way, then one way, and the other way. And then at the end, I usually give it a pressing with my bone folder. Now I've put adhesive on the two loose flaps. You can see there's adhesive here and there's adhesive here just on these guys. So I'm going to fold it up and I'm going to put the free edge towards the inside. And I'm going to line this part up with this and this part up with this. So right there. It's more awkward than difficult with the adhesive. So again, adhesive on this flap and this flap. And I'm putting the scored air, the ones that have mountains, on this side. I hope that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm lining this edge up with the top score line. And then, there we go. Now, if you have big hands like me, you can do this all in one fell swoop. If not, you might ask for a pair of hands to help you. And what you want to do is you want to put this score line on the top portion here. I don't know how else to explain that. You kind of want to fold it down. You want to make sure that they're even. That there's no weirdness. So here's your pouch, all nice and dandy. For my example here, I used the Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper, but today I've decided to use the Tropical Oasis Designer Series paper on page 39. And this is a piece of paper that is 6 3/4 by 4. I've just put some dry adhesive on that, and I'm going to slip that into the very bottom. I probably could have done 4 1/4, to be honest, in that circumstance, but that's okay. And then what I also want to do is put a piece on here, but I need to round the corners. Okay, this piece here is sized 6 3/4 by 7/8, and I'm going to put this on the inside, but not before I put a neodymium magnet. So these are very tiny earth magnets, or neodymium, as I'm going to measure. So around 3 1/2, just going to make a little mark. Where this one goes, the other one is going to adhere to it after. Okay, so again, this piece was 7/8 by 6 3/4. I have dry adhesive on the side. It's just a little easier right now. I've rounded the corners. I've put my magnet in, and I'm going to press right down. So that magnet is hidden within the pouch. You can't even see it. Okay, we're almost done. All we have to do is decorate it. This is the purse. pouch. There are lots of papers, but they're pretty easy. We have a real red mat that is for the front and the back, and it's 6 3/4 by 4 1/4. So we're going to need 2 of those. For a Whisper White mat that goes on top of it, we're going to need 2 of them, and they are sized at 6 5/8 by 4 1/8. For the beautiful designer series paper called Tropical Oasis, this is 6 1/2 by 4. So we will need to round the corners . All right, I'm choosing to use Tombow glue this time around instead of dry adhesive because I actually like the wiggle room time that it actually gives me. So that I can put these corners exactly into place where I want them. So you know you can smear it around a little bit. Oh my gosh, that little white border that's rounded is perfect to set this off. And this is, I'm actually using Whisper White Thick for the white. And the one thing that I forgot to do is put my silly magnet in. So, and you are going to remind me to put the magnet in the front, okay? Okay, so this is the back. I'm going to put this in the back. I love it. Here's my white piece of card. I'm adhering that on my red piece of card. Now I'm going to adhere the red piece of card to my front piece. I'm hearing ya. I can hear you telling me, don't forget the magnet. I won't. Okay. Now that that white piece is on, I'm going to take my little magnet. I'm going to flick it on where that one is. Then I'm going to take a take your pick tool and flick off this glue dot. I'm going to try to adhere it. There. So I've just got my magnet held together by magnetism and a glue dot on top of it. So now what I'm going to do is try to give as much, I'll show you, girth as I can. So maybe there, okay. And then I'm going to press. So right here, I wanted to make sure that I didn't want to have it all really tight in there. I wanted so that it's going to be able to hold several cards. So that's where that magnet is going to live. Now I can use wet glue and I can put the paper on. Do you see how easy it is to forget something? Well, I'm forgetting stuff. Okay. And then I'm just going to take this little guy, again with Tombow glue so I can get that border right. Oh my gosh. So once everything kind of is in there and these are, it's a little more secure. There we go. Okay, so now I just need to finish this piece. So I have a piece of, this is the bottom mat. This is 6 3/4 by 1, and I'm only going to round the corners. I'm going to just use, again, some Tombow glue here for this. Sometimes wet glue is the best. You see how I can wiggle that into place? And I've got a nice border all the way around. When you're doing matting like this, it is a good idea to use a wet glue. But if you only have dry, I get it. There's a lot of measurements here on this, with this particular build. So you don't have to worry about writing anything down. If you head to my blog, you're gonna find all of the dimensions and all of the directions, that sort of thing, and on my blog. And I always keep my Friday tutorials on my blog. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love this one. Oh, I almost like it better than this one. And now having that little extra weight in there makes this pouch snap shut. So these are called Tropical Oasis trinkets. And they have a little guitar, a little, that's a leaf, palm leaf. There's a pineapple, a ukulele, sorry. And then this, I don't know what these are called. The Hawaiian flower. I know it, I just can't think of it right now. All right. So I can feel where that guy is. I'm gonna put even more weight on. I think if it were me, I would get a stronger magnet than these guys, because these ones are pretty thin. So I would get a slightly thicker sized than this one. But people always ask me for the magnets. Spider magnets. I'll write it down so that you'll see how to spell it even. People inevitably ask. S-P-I-D-E-R. Magnets. eBay. And like I said, they were 1/8 of an inch and maybe 1 mil, a meter thin. I would get, like, if you can, get a little bit bigger, because if you wanted to stuff this quite full, you would want a heavier magnet for that. Anyway, or you could probably put 2 or 3, and maybe that would help if you had the smaller ones. Hopefully that helps answer any questions that you may have before. And I absolutely love this card holder. I hope that you do too. And I will catch you in another video. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.